What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with the review for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 14, Episode 11. The episode is titled Cabin Fever, you guys. So, before we go ahead and talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date, having me pay for it. At the end of it, you guys know you can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and also sharing the video. And with that out the way, you guys, without further ado, let us discuss Real Housewives of Atlanta, shall we? Alright, you guys, so this episode, we pick up where we were leaving off last week. The ladies went out to dinner, so they're heading back to the cabin, and they're asking Marlo what are the events for the next day. So Marlo is telling them that they're going to go gem mining, which I didn't realize that they were saying gem as in gems, G-E-M, and not G-Y-M. Because the way she kept, I'm like, are they saying gems? Like gem. But it's gem. Okay, got it. And then after they go gem mining, they will be doing a dinner with each other, with the ladies. So they get back to the house. Marlo is obsessed with Kenya at this point. Marlo is talking about the fact that if Kenya doesn't come to breakfast with them the next day, that she doesn't want Kenya to come to any of the events. But I thought you said that if Kenya didn't stay at the house with you guys, that you didn't want her to participate in any of your events. Okay, Marlo, girl, go off. Honestly, you guys, I'm going to keep it real with you. This episode was annoying as hell to me. And it was more so Marlo that was annoying. It was Marlo, and it was Fatum, Fatal Attraction, whatever the hell you want to call that woman. She was irking my spirit. Gosh, she was irking my spirit. But hey, let's pause here, you guys, and let's move forward. All right, you guys, so now we are on day number 2. So you guys remember, I just said that Marlo was like, if Kenya doesn't show up for breakfast, she doesn't want Kenya to participate in any of the day's events. Well, Kenya actually showed up to the house. She came into the house. She went to Drew's room. Drew was on the phone with Ralph. She was talking to Drew. Then she saw Sanya. Then she spoke to pretty much everyone, including Marlo. But it feels like to me that Marlo wanted Kenya to grovel at her, to kiss her feet, kiss her ass, just do everything, right? So Kenya was looking around the house. Marlo says, "Hey Kenya, when you're done looking around the house, like come to my room. I want to have a conversation with you." And she was like, "Did you hear me, Kenya?" Kenya said, "Yeah, I heard you." So then we see Sanya. So Sanya is sitting with Kenya. She's talking to Kenya. She's telling Kenya what she thinks about Marlo, how Marlo feels when she probably ignores her and things like that. And she says, Marlo said when you got here, like when you had a few minutes, could you come into her room? Kenya says, okay. She says she has a gift for you. She said, okay, I'm not in a rush to go and get the gift from Marlo. Who knows what kind of demons are in that Marlo has. So Sanya, like I said, she was defending Marlo, and she kept defending Marlo. And I'm like, girl, you know what though? Sanya is the reason. Sanya started it at the Lay Archive event, and now Sanya is continuously doing it. But Sanya doesn't want to call herself a bone collector. Girl, if the shoe fits, wear it. So they're still talking, and once again, like I said, Sanya is telling her how Marlo might feel about her ignoring her, doing this and doing that. And Kenya was like, but she did that to her nephews. She kicked those boys out. And I was like, Kenya, did you really have to talk about the nephews? But then I had to sit there and think about it to myself. I'm like, like I've said before, Marlo does do low blows. We know that Marlo is that person. And we know that Marlo has done it over the years. So I wasn't like 100% upset with Kenya for doing it. I was just like, damn. Because Marlo, like I've said plenty of times before, Marlo has talked about Kenya's mother, Mark. So turnabout is fair play. So I'm not upset with her. So then Kenya tells a story about how, she wanted to get to know her mother's side of the family. So she went to stay with them, but at a certain point they told her they were going to send her back. So they put, they got her ready to go, put her in the car, and when they did that, Kenya said that she, as the car was moving, she jumped out of it. Damn. Jumped out of a moving car? Jesus Christ. So, she understands the boys. So after that, we see Sanya and Kenya. They went downstairs, right? So Kenya's downstairs getting her makeup done. And then Sanya, she decides to take herself back upstairs to where Sheree is. She's telling Sheree, like, Kenya said some stuff about, she's like, Kenya's here. She's like, she is? She's like, yeah, she's downstairs. But she said some things and, I need to tell Marlo. So Sheree and Sanya go to talk to Marlo. And Sanya just regurgitated the entire conversation to Marlo. I was like, okay, bone carrier. Bone carrier. Bone carrier. And Marlo got so in her feelings, talking about Kenya needs to keep Michael and William's name out of her mouth. But you have mentioned her mother. You've mentioned her husband. You've talked about her daughter. But it's so bad when she mentions your nephews. Marlo can dish it, but she can't take it. Like, that is all that it is with Marlo. Like, that was really annoying to me, you guys. It just got on my nerves so much, so badly. So let's pause here, you guys, and let's move forward. So we go back down to the kitchen. So Sheree is in the kitchen, and Kenya's talking to Sheree. She's talking to Sheree about she's never coming, right? And Kenya has set up for her to meet with somebody that she knows that could help Sheree with she's never coming. And she says, so are you ready? Like, do you have notes? Do you have a notepad? Sheree ain't got shit because Sheree is not, like, my thing with Sheree is I think Sheree is just lazy as fuck when it comes to her fashion. Either it's the fact that Sheree is lazy, or it's the fact that Sheree just don't have the money to make this, a legitimate business and not just a figment of her imagination. Like, I feel like that's what it is with Sheree. Either she don't have the money, or she just doesn't. Actually, I think that's what it is. She doesn't have the capital to start up a fashion line. I don't think Sheree has the capital. I'm still trying to figure out where she got the capital for to get that house, but hey, that ain't my business. That's gonna be between her and Uncle Sam one day, not JB. But so Candy then gives her some advice, right? And Candy tells her, like, why don't you start small? That way you can have your money, and then when it's time for you to hire more people, you can do that. I mean, that's rockets. That's common sense. That's common sense. That maybe don't try to do something so grandiose and so extravagant. But again, we have to think about who we are discussing. Sheree. Sheree is flashy. Sheree likes to, you guys have to remember, she likes things that are elegant and sophisticated, just like her. Which I don't know what's elegant and sophisticated about her, but okay. Sheree is one of those people that you will see them on Instagram and everything, posting these photos of these trips they be on, posting their cars, posting, things about their, where they're eating at. But meanwhile, they are scraping pennies to do the things that they're doing. They won't tell you that, but they're scraping pennies. They're borrowing from their family members. They're borrowing from their friends. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I want to put that out, preface it by saying, ain't nothing wrong with that, but that's just who Sheree is. And I would love to see the real Sheree. One season, depending on how many seasons she got, I would just love to see Sheree, just the real Sheree. Like, that's been my issue with Sheree from this entire time that she's been on this show. She facilitates a fraud. Would you guys let me know what you think? And we're gonna pause here and move forward. Oh God. Alright, you guys. So who shows up but Fatum Fatal Attraction, Fatum, whatever the hell that woman's name is. She shows up, and God, that woman's face, it is scary. I don't know what the fuck it is about her face. What I do know what it is. It's this overarching eyebrow. Those eyebrows start right here and go up like a damn witch. And I tweeted this last night. Her face. If you guys go and look at the cover art of the original Halloween movie with Michael Myers' mask, that's what Fatum's face looks like. So Marlo goes up to Kenya. She says, "Can we talk?" Because she said to Sanya and to Sheree that Kenya wouldn't be able to go with them until they had a one-on-one conversation. Now, I will say in this scene, I wasn't on Kenya's side because Kenya clearly heard Marlo when she said, "Can she speak to her?" Then she started running through the house. I'm like, oh my God, Kenya, why are you doing this? But this is what it is what it's doing is rattling Marlo. It's making Marlo, it is driving Marlo crazy. So Kenya at one point was like, you can talk to me, but you're going to talk to me in front of the ladies, right? You're not going to talk to me one-on-one. And I was cool with that. I didn't really have too much of an issue with her wanting to talk to Kenya. Well, Kenya wanting to talk to Marlo one-on-one. I have no issues with that. So, but it was a bit childish if we're going to be honest. So after that, they decided to go outside. They getting ready to get into the vans. It took them 2 fucking hours to get in that damn van because Marlo and Kenya are going back and forth. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, they were going back and forth for 2 hours. I was like, it ain't that deep. I don't want Kenya on my trip. She's been this way. I'm like, oh my God, Marlo, you are giving Kenya way too much power at this point, and it's kind of working against you. So Sanya went up to Kenya's window. So Kenya was in the car. Sanya went up to the window. She says, Kenya, can you talk to Marlo for like 2 seconds or 2 minutes or whatever she said, right? Kenya was like, girl, get out of my face. And I was with Kenya, girl, get out of my face. Because she was like, Marlo, I told you that Marlo probably feels this way about you ignoring her. Who cares? So then Kenya was like, not Marlo, but Sanya. Sanya, you were mad at Drew, right? You were mad at Drew because you didn't like the way that Drew had came at Sheree, right? You didn't like that. Marlo's doing the same thing to me. Sanya in her interview is like, it's not the same. Say what? It ain't the same. It's the exact same thing. Okay, Sanya. I'm not the biggest fan of Sanya, but you know what? If I had to pick anybody to leave this show and not come back next season, it would be Fatum. It would be Fatum. Like, for real. I would say Fatum. I was going to say, at one point I would have said Sanya before we met Fatum. But now that we've met Fatum got to go. So, at one point, they were all talking like, Candy was talking to Marlo. Drew was talking to Marlo like, can we just go? And at one point, Candy was telling Kenya, like, Kenya, at this point, you're egging her on. You're antagonizing her. She's been nice to you, which she was. She was at one point. But I'm with Kenya. Like, girl, you've said and done so much shit. I don't want to have a conversation with you solo dolo. Like, talk to me in front of the ladies. So Drew was like, well, can we all go? Like, you be in this car right with the other ladies, and some people can be in the car with Kenya. And Marlo was like, you can be. She's like, but I want to not gold mining. Child, why did I say gold? She wants to go gem mining. And Marlo was like, okay. She said, come on. And Drew was like, I don't want to be in the car with this bitch. When Drew said she don't want to be in the car with this bitch talking about Fatum, I was with Drew. I was on Drew's side. And I'm not the biggest Drew fan. I can tolerate Drew. But I was with Drew when she said, I don't want to be in the car with this bitch. Why did she say that? Because Candy was back there talking to Marietta. She's like, them two as well don't get along. But I wouldn't want to be in a car with that scary looking lady. I don't blame Drew. And Oh, like Fatum is just doing a lot when it comes to Drew. Fatum is the one who came at Drew at Brooklyn's birthday party. Fatum is the one who did an investigation on Drew, a background check on Drew. For what? It ain't that deep. So Drew and Fatum went back and forth with each other. Drew told Sheree to get her guard dog, which, girl, that is your guard dog. This woman is bucking up for you. Because she doesn't have a legitimate reason to have an issue with Drew. Her issue with Drew is because of you. Let's keep it 100. So like I said, you guys, they were in that driveway for 2 damn hours. At one point, Candy and Monietta went by the lake and got on the trampoline and started jumping. I was like, what the hell is going on here? What in the hell? So they eventually did leave, right? 2 hours later. So they go to the gem mining place. When they went in there and that big ass Trump 2024 sign came up, I was like, ew. Now you guys know I live in Texas and I live in Dallas. There are a lot of people who do have those signs, like they have signs. There are a lot of them. They have flags, they have bumper stickers. It's just a lot of shit that says, you know who, 2024. And I'm like, ugh. How do you support? Never mind. Not gonna go into that. So they didn't do the gem mining. And Drew was talking to Candy, right? Who walked up in front of Drew? Phantom, Fatal Attraction, Fatum, whatever the hell that woman's name is. I was with Drew when Drew said, you know what? I can't do this shit. I'm leaving. And she's like, sit back down. I was like, lady, chill, lady. Andy, please do not invite this woman back. Like, the fuck? Don't invite this woman back. I can go with never seeing her face. It's them overarching eyebrows. It's them overarching eyebrows for me. So you guys, we're wrapping up the episode now. So the ladies get back to the house, right? So Marlo is, at one point, she was fake crying. I'm like, girl, what is going on with Marlo? So then Marlo says to Sheree, she's going to pack up her stuff and she's going to go home, right? So then she tells Sheree to get all the ladies together because she wants to talk to the ladies. I was like, okay, cool. What do you want to talk to them about? Marlo tried to pull, I don't know what kind of card Marlo was trying to pull, but she sat down with the ladies. This weekend was supposed to be about me. You know, I'm going through a lot. I don't have a support system. I don't have this. I don't have that. And da-da-da-da-da. Girl, what about your sister Crystal, who you dumped William and Michael on while you go on this vacation? Give that woman a break. That woman already has 4 kids. And you gave her 2 more. Give Crystal a break. Give Crystal a break. That's all I'm going to say. So she tells the ladies that she's going to cut the trip short and that she's called cars for all of them to come and get them. And I was like, Marlo, girl, it really ain't that deep. You are the person that let Kenya get to you and make you say, you know what, forget this trip. Because remember, you just said this trip was supposed to be about you. But then you talk about when Kenya got there, it became all about her. Well, it became all about Kenya when she came on the trip because you made it about Kenya. Marlo, like, stop playing with me, Marlo. You are the reason that this trip turned into all about Kenya. Like, Marlo, go away from me with that. So, Fatum, Fatum, Phantom, Fatal Attraction. She wants to apologize to Marlo because she shouldn't have let Drew get her out of her character. I'm like, and I didn't start with her. Say what? You didn't start with Drew? The reason why Drew has an issue with you is because you chimed in on Sheree's stuff. So you absolutely started it. All Drew said was, I don't want to be in a car with this bitch. I, once again, do not blame Drew for saying, I don't want to be in a car with this bitch. Because I wouldn't want to be in a car with her. On top of the fact that she is messy and starting shit for no reason, her face just, literally, that woman's face scares me. Because I know she was on Speak On It with Candy last night. I saw Candy Speak On It come up on my timeline. And then it said with Fatum, Phantom, Fatal Attraction, whatever her name is. When I saw her name, I was like, oh, hell no. And then I clicked on it and I saw a little bit of it. And her, who does her eyebrows? They look like she looks like a witch. Like those eyebrows, they're overarched. It's like, I mean, you see how my eyebrows are. My eyebrows, and they need to be done, but my eyebrows just go like this. Like this. Her eyebrows go, oh God. So, not Sanya, but Drew once again told Sheree, like, get your guard dog, get your puppy. She says, you know what, here. And threw a bone at us. She said, suck on it. Was it corny? Yes. Was I here for it? Yes. Because Fatum, Fatal Attraction, whatever the hell her name is getting on my nerves. But that's all I got for Real Housewives of Atlanta. You guys, let me know what you guys thought about it. Drop down in the comment section and subscribe to the channel. Turn on your post notifications. Share the video, you guys. And until the next time, stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves, you guys. Wash your hands. Wear a mask. Socially distance. Be blessed. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.